WSL Finals. If the women's title match was any indication, buckle your seatbelts because we got another title match starting up right now. Two former world champs, John Florence up against Italo Ferreira in title match number 1 for the men. No restart. They deemed that there was rideable waves, and Italo now is going to make a quick heat out of it. Finds this right here. Tosses that one. Quick reverse on the backhand, spends a lot of time in the whitewater there. Had to do it though, it was a pretty tapered wave. One exciting move there. Looking to the inside. And sharp as always, gets the finish for Italo Ferreira. So very strategic play there, Jesse. When Italo realized they're not going to get the restart, he went straight to work.
Yeah, like it's a split-second decision right there for you to actually be able to pull that off. Like it was not easy for him to, as you see right here, just pushing it so much, that back foot. Both of his foot disengaged the board. As you see it right there, his foot's way far forward. Brings it back in because he had a lot of downtime. Kind of cruises around this section here because it was pretty flat, but finish it up strong. Nice setup to finish up. Very strong with the nice tail release right there.
And Rich, this is the moment right here where Italo realized, let's get it going.
Yeah, and Italo had the inside track for the right-hander, and he forced the issue at the start of the heat, so he had the ability to get this wave, just pops the tail out, gets the spin, nose pick, and somehow regains control. This is one thing that Italo just does so well. He's cat-like, the way he just stays on top of his board, muscles through this section here, whitewater trying to knock him off.
Looked like it could be a pick for John. Therefore, Italo Ferreira is going to go on the first wave of the set. Ferreira pops it up, full rotation, goes into layback, and pulls it out.
See, he's starting. You can see he's like paddling towards the right, but then he looks at the right and see that it's a little bit more critical and just goes to straight a big boost. Got hung up a little bit, but still it was a great effort for him. It was a big air to start.
Yeah, Rich, check it out here.
There was a lot of theatrics with this one. So he gets up there, starts the rotation. You can see here, brings the nose around, the front foot barely staying in contact, and then basically has to lay down in the whitewash here. And again, that core strength, being able to muscle himself back onto his board. But, I mean, it was spectacular. There was drama involved, but it wasn't clean. You know, The judges will be looking at this going, oh, that was actually a mistake that he didn't ride out clean.
He just heard that he got a 7.33, and here he goes again. Ferreira looking for a ramp, pops it up, tail high on that one. That one got released. But the 7.33, talking about pressure for John Florence. Looking for the right, has to fade into this one. Florence pops it up, gets it all the way around. Nice reverse for John on the outside. He's going to turn to the rails of the Red Tiger here with a couple of nice carves. Florence, speed line on the inside. Big layback hack showing some power. Make it 2 for John. Been waiting a while for this wave and rewards us with some great surfing, John Florence. Let's take a look at the replay here, Jesse.
Yeah, as he identifies that wave kind of running down the line, starts off with a nice reverse right there. Very critical and putting all on the line on the first turn. See his front foot, brings it back down. Beautiful hack right there. And then right here, kind of just milks everything that the wave has, starts to wind it down what's ahead of him, and a big layback right here. Powerful through that turn. One more and it's going to finish off. Pushing as much as you could right there in that section. Yeah. That was great. I like how he was firm in that section right there. He was like, hey, I got this. There was a lot of pressure on top of him.
This is unbelievable, this air. Have a look at the footwork of John here. Right up on the nose, that front foot. It slips all the way back. Almost comes off that heel side rail, and he's able to reposition his feet midway through that bottom turn, and now he starts to wind up again. One thing to note about the way John Florence surf, he's like a swivel. There's so much twisting and contorting.
Here we go. Here it comes.
Here comes Italo using his priority. Ferreira looking for a ramp down the line, pops it up, full rotation, puts it down, and points to the fans. If you got a 7.33 for the last one.
I mean, I think so too. He had a little bit more time to actually get speed, and I want you to pay attention on the head rotation that he has on that turn. As you're going to see right here, he's going to aim that straight into the flats, but halfway through the turn, look, he starts to set up, aims that lip down, aims it to the shore, and then right there, halfway through, he throws that head all the way around to get the full rotation as he landed so clean. That was beautiful work from him.
If you were a skateboarder, you would call that bolts. That was a perfect landing.
It's pressure building up, and Italo looks like it's going to get another one.
This time going left, Ferreira. Big slash there. He's had a dependable air reverse on the left all day long. Looks for the ramp, pops it up. Again, nose picks out of it. Difficult to spin out of that, but Italo Ferreira, again, just showing the mastery that he's been showing all day long. Here goes John. Pops it up. Nose pick, air reverse. Slashing turn to follow. One more slash, a little bit of a buried rail. Taper on this one. He's going to stick with it. Fairly similar to his 7.17. He needs an 8.16. And you can see even with the body language kicking out of that one, he can feel the number himself. What do you think, Jesse?
You can see it right here. It's a bit of an A-frame, but this is beautiful turn, but a bit catchy right there. Got the tail.